Welcome, everybody. You hear the sound, you know the time. It is West Coast Popcast back on another Sunday to give you the wrestling and pop culture talk. It's your boy, the main man, Zach, and of course, the final boss. We're hosting another week without Eric. He'll be back next week. The man is going universal, baby. But shout out to the main man, Zach. How's your week been?
It's been all right. It's been filled with tons of horror movies, so I'm a happy Halloween camper.
Yes, man. Horror is here. Tomorrow night, man. Trick or treat. Shout out to Zach for putting all the stream together, putting in a thumbnail. Lots to talk about, man. Halloween is tomorrow. It's spooky season. So we got a nice episode for you guys today. Stay tuned. The weekend recap, of course. News and rumors, and of course, promo school at the end. Maybe even a little pop culture in the mix, if we're feeling froggy. But thanks for everybody joining us. Thanks for tuning in every week. We're at 780 subs. I see the interactions. I see the comments. I see you guys taking part in our polls. We really appreciate that, man. The shorts are going crazy. Zach's shorts are skyrocketing, man. Take a look. It's been a good time. But if you're new to the channel, man, if you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe, get us to 1K subs, man. Get the duck off our screen. We're almost there. We've been going strong for, damn, man. Has it been almost 3 years now?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Oh my gosh, insanity. It's hard to remember a time when we weren't doing this podcast. Now it's been so long.
Right.
I love being with the guys, man. Really appreciate it. More videos to come, but this is our podcast. We can recap. Zach, take it away with Monday Night Raw.
All right, we'll start off with Monday Night Raw. Noob and Company TV. Good evening. How you doing, buddy? All right, let's bring it in. Monday Night Raw. A lot of stuff going on here. I'll take our lovely faces off so we can get these slides here. Judgment Day is building more momentum. I think they might be the ones, not the Bloodline, to do a War Games match at Survivor Series. What do you think?
Ooh, I think it has to be them. I think they want to keep Bloodline separate, so it would make sense.
Yeah. R-Truth, one of two appearances of R-Truth. I was so happy this week with WWE TV because I love R-Truth so damn much, and Johnny Gargano was all over Raw this week. What else do we have here? We had Seth helping out Theory. So Theory got a win over Mustafa. That feud's continuing. We'll get a big payout, hopefully at a better pay-per-view than Blood Money Jewel. Yeah. Omos beat up three guys for absolutely no reason. Elias, he took on Gable. That was fun. It's actually a good match. Showed Elias can still wrestle. And more Johnny Gargano showing his stuff with the veteran JBL and the other guys who I don't care about. And at the end, yeah, his suit fit better this week. And at the end, Nikki Cross came back. Get the ASH out of here.
Yeah, I think that might have been the highlight of Raw for me. Nikki Cross coming back and coming back in a big way, man. Taking out Bayley, Bianca, and just having the spotlight on her. Bayley did get the win in this match. I think her first ever win over Bianca.
Yes, I think so.
I believe so. She was hyping it up, man. It's been a long time coming, but this is well done, man. I love the women's segment here.
Yeah. Nikki Cross is back. Dattila, how are you doing? Dattila, I have more Impact slides today. No donkeys at all, and I did not hear the news. The Power Rangers news, Zach, Adam, Aisha, Rocky, Kat, and Billy are all returning for the 30th anniversary Power Rangers. That's fucking dope.
That's huge, man. I'm glad to see Billy back. I mean, I know he's had a lot of stuff going on, but good to see him back with the Power Rangers.
Yep. And always good to see Prime Time. How you doing, buddy? Eric will be back eventually. He's a busy man. He's doing some stuff, and like Knox said, he's universal today.
Yeah, he's universal today, man. We'll see him next time.
Yep. All right. Let's get into NXT. Did you watch NXT at all?
I did watch a little bit of NXT this week. Good to see the white and gold. And, of course, your man, R-Truth, popping up again. What did we do to deserve 2 shots of R-Truth this week, man? Do you see him finally getting a push here, or just gonna go away?
I think it's gonna go away. I think they're just doing like Shotzi will now be away from NXT now that she put her time in. I think someone's gonna come down for a week or two and then go back up to the main roster. But I'm happy with it. I'll take it.
I'm digging some of these main roster appearances in NXT. It just adds some spectacle to it, and it makes it feel like slightly third brand. Feels a little more legit. Pretty Deadly retained their belts. I was actually, I don't know, like I don't hate Pretty Deadly, but I was really rooting for Idris and Malik Blade, man. I was really excited to see them get the belts.
Yeah, they need a little bit more build, and they can't hot potato these tag belts too much.
That is true. So get a nice team in there. I'm still missing like the old NXT tag division. It's not as beefy as it once was, but we're getting there.
Yep.
Two more things. Elektra Lopez. I don't know if this is her first time back or whatever, but she came back to attack Indy Hartwell and Sol Ruca. So we'll see where that goes. I mean, the Legado del Fantasma got called up. She didn't. That's kind of sad. Zelina does fit. But we'll see where this goes.
I gotta say that was one of my favorite moments of the year. I know this is a very weird thing to say, favorite moment of the year, when we knew Santos was getting called up, but then on NXT he came back and pulled up and said, "Hey, I'm taking you guys with me." To the
Yeah.
main. That was such a nice moment. Like we have heart in wrestling, a nice feel good moment. That stuff is like that's the stuff I like. And then all of a sudden she got left back, so I felt bad.
Yeah, I feel bad, but I'm going to trust Triple H to pay this off. I think he has to know you can't just do these weird switches and not pay it off. So when Elektra Lopez finally is ready to get called up, I hope they address this situation.
Yeah.
Then the last thing here, we had another return, reveal, debut, if you will. Ava Raine. She is The Rock's daughter. She came back and she's part of the schism. Not putting up the ones with the bloodline. She's putting up the twos with these guys from Great Britain. What do you think about this debut?
So I was watching this and I was like, oh, that was the most surprising thing they could have possibly have done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I fucking hate the schism. So I don't know about this. What do you think?
I really don't see how this I don't know. I really don't know. It was a surprise. I didn't see it coming. It's got people talking.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta see where to go with it. We gotta see how she's in the ring. I'm rooting for her. I know she has like all the pressure in the world on her, so I'm hoping she, can not live up to it, but can carve out her own path.
Right, and it's something different rather than just being like another generational wrestler. So
Yeah,
we'll see what Triple H and Shawn Michaels do with it.
yeah, we'll see, man. I seen some meme about like I think it was The Rock as Black Adam flying back to NXT to go beat up Shaw for what he's doing with his daughter. But
Come on.
good stuff there. I'm rooting for Ava Raine. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I hope she can lift this stable up, and honestly, I hope she dismantles it because I fucking can't stand it.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing what I mean as far as women lifting up stables. We're seeing what Rhea's doing with the not the Bloodline, the Judgment Day. Absolutely killing it. So hopefully Ava Raine in her own way can do the same with this schism, because I could care less about them. I thought it was a mistake to put what was the names before the British tag team?
Grizzled Young Veterans.
Yes, I thought they were fine how they were. So we'll see.
I just gotta say it. Some people don't look good bald. I gotta say.
Oh man.
Noops is The Rock's daughter, part of Schism. Really don't like the group, but he's looking forward to seeing Ava Raine in the ring. I'll get you your next your other comment, Noob, in a little bit here. And what a coincidence that WWE congratulates The Rock on Black Adam on Raw, and then his daughter debuts on NXT. Seems like WWE is trying to ensure The Rock shows up at Mania. Tatilla, I hope The Rock shows up at Mania on night 2.
Yes. I forget if you said it, Tatilla, but are you going to WrestleMania this year? We're going to go to night 2, man. So we should be a good time.
I believe she's going to both.
Oh yeah, that is right. Yeah, Datilla's out here balling, man. Go to both nights here at LA SoFi Stadium.
I can't even afford the $30 for AEW in January, and judging by some of their content, I really don't want to. But we'll get to that.
I gotta see if the Elite come back. I might be inclined to want to go to that AEW show.
All right, we'll see. Let's get into AEW. Otherwise, there's someone called Scripps leaving voicemails on the NXT answering machine. So we'll see who that is. Some people are saying it's Dijakovic, but I don't see the point in doing that promo the same night as you open the show with Dijakovic's mask breaking, and he's not an actor, in my opinion. So I would just leave it to a wrestling persona for him.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I did see him come out with the whole fire and stuff, leading to that. Could he be the guy to take out Braun Breaker?
Yes, he could be. Ava Raine, Roman Reigns. Well, that's a good point, prime time.
That is a good point, actually.
And Attila, just fucking brag here. She's going to both nights of Mania. She's going to Dynamite and Rampage, and she wants to go to the Vegas show for No Surrender weekend as well. So
She's hitting up
money
all the
bags over here, right?
all the shows.
Yeah.
You
All
gotta
right,
get
let's.
on the media team over there. It's when Tony Khan does the scrums, gotta get her on there, man. She's going to all these shows.
Yep. All right, let's get into AEW. Knock, take her away.
AW Dynamite, man. Good to see Renee Paquette. I think I said in the chat or whatever, but I want to see more from her as well. I want to see her like maybe join a commentary team or something. I don't. It can't just be backstage stuff, but she's killing it so far. She's bringing like legitimacy and like professionalism to the AW's backstage. Not that what's the other guy's name? Not that he wasn't Alex Marvez. Not that he wasn't. It just Renee's on a different level. That's all I'm saying.
I couldn't take him seriously. If you ever watched Mr. Pickles, you just look at the character on these.
That's what I'm saying, man. But to kick off the show, Renee Paquette interviews MJF, who does a crazy impersonation of her husband. What'd you think about that, Zach?
I liked it, and I like that he held back. It didn't do stuff. He didn't get like vulgar with their relationship. I was very happy about that.
Yeah, he did. He had the whole mannerisms down. He had the walk down. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The BCC, Claudio and Yuta take out the Jericho Appreciation Society. I believe Jericho took the pin in this one as well.
I think so. I hate Jericho so much.
I'm digging it because I'm liking what Jericho's doing, man. He's winning me over. The whole group, I'm kind of getting lost with. It's kind of like the same situation with Inner Circle where it all the shines on Jericho, no one else really. But I'm digging it.
Well, we got our Thanos Snaps comments in here. What did you think of that promo with the Elite?
I was genuinely surprised. I didn't know when it would be coming. I mean, the rumors are heating up about Punk being done and all that stuff starting to finalize. So we're gonna start seeing them come back. But I didn't expect it to be this soon. The whole Thanos snap thing was what it was. Do we get them before the pay-per-view, or do you use that to wait till they make their return? And then also, how do you have a return after a suspension like this? It's gonna be like, how do you get that natural pop?
I don't know. This is weird. The three got to come back, but I don't think that they should go for the trios belts. They should hold off and do something. They should come back. I didn't like how MJF came back because he, like I said before on the show, he came back the same place as he left. He didn't come back at a higher elevated thing that I think they're going for. The Elite can come back with a chip on their shoulder. So I think they should do that.
Yeah, I think you can maybe do another, like, I don't know if you do another tournament, but like let them build themselves back up again, because like I think I've said it before, the Elite aren't as hot as they were when AEW started. Like coming into AEW, they were the hottest wrestlers of the world, and because of how you have to build a promotion and that other people get shine, they've kind of cooled off. So let's see them get back to that level.
Right. And no tournament, because they have a tournament going now that for the main title that Moxley, who has the main title, fought in on Rampage, which was fucking stupid. But hey, it's AEW.
Yeah, they got a ton of tournaments, man. What else we got going on here? So yeah, we see some backstage scuffle between Claudia, like you there, with Brian Danielson and Yuta. I think eventually we're gonna get the Danielson Yuta match. That seems like it's building up to. Are you done with the Blackpool Combat Club? Have they run their course?
They're just going through the motions. They're not doing anything for me.
Yeah, in the beginning it was hot. It's definitely cooled down and kind of not going separate ways, but it's been different. What else we got here? We got FTR versus Swerve in Our Glory, and to my surprise, I thought Swerve in Our Glory was gonna lose. I thought this was the night they will break up, but they get the W and they're taking on what's his name, Daddy Ass and all them. They claimed.
Yeah.
And then let me ask you a question, Zach. Are you a hater? Are you a hater?
I am a hater. I am such a hater. I'm very disappointed that Saraya is holding Jamie Hayter. That storyline got pushed to the side because Saraya came in.
Ooh. Because it did seem like they were supposed to be done, like her and Britt Baker.
Yep.
I still think you can pull. I think you could have pulled them both off. We could have had an unhinged Britt without her best friend now taking on Saraya. We could have done it. There's room to have multiple storylines going.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Jamie Hayter, man. Hope she gets a belt soon. She's like natural, won over the crowd. Probably gets the biggest pops out of guy and girl on the entire show.
Yeah.
What What else is going on here? Anything else catch your eye in AW?
The Firm turned on MJF. Knock, do you think this is a swerve?
I was gonna say wink, wink, man. I don't know. Like, how else is MJF gonna beat Moxley? We've seen MJF versus Moxley at All Out. What was it, 2020? I believe. No, 2021. Moxley got the clean win. MJF tried to pull out all the stops. So what do? You face him again. You make it seem like you turn face. You're gonna have all these people turn on you just to have another turn switcheroo at the pay per view to get the
Right.
big win. We've seen this in TNA. Kurt Angle done it before. If you guys are TNA fans, you don't break up TNA for any instance. You can always trace back wrestling to TNA Impact Wrestling. Kurt Angle pulled it with his wife against AJ Styles. The switcheroo got the victory. MJF can do the same thing with the Firm.
I think you're right. Primetime Eddie Kingston was on this episode. I didn't put the still up because he had a very brief 20-second awkward interview with Renee Paquette. So he's there, but the interview is very weird because he was alluding to the fact that he is constantly getting into fights backstage, which is apparently true. But
yeah,
weird stuff.
I don't know about. They guess maybe stop blurring the lines though. Maybe get a little more professional here. Stop blurring the lines.
I think so.
Help me get things on straight and narrow.
And Noob's right. Who are the Elite? They got snapped. We have no idea who they are. And Datella thinks that Swerve and Glory will break up at Full Gear, fail to win the tag titles. I think that is exactly where they're going.
Man, so we're getting a pay-per-view rematch from All Out and another rematch from what is it? Grand Slam.
Yeah. Last thing I want to propose to you, Knock. Do you think with Bobby Fish getting CM Punk chance over on Impact in the Indies now, do you think the Kingdom is Adam Cole's new side to feud with the Elite? Because they have partnered before, and that's why I have that picture up there.
They have, but I don't remember all their history here because I feel like Cole wasn't with them that long.
Yeah, it was brief.
Yeah, I don't. But then again, why do you bring them in for this type of role?
Right, 2 to 3 year contract.
I feel like it should be something bigger. My thing is, what is Adam Cole's health? He's been teasing a lot of stuff lately. Maybe a return coming. Also, what is Kyle O'Reilly's health? Because I like the Kingdom, but I prefer Kyle O'Reilly to be in a mix.
Yeah, I do too.
So I'm not too sure, but that'd be interesting.
All right, Knock. All right, Tatilla. It is that time. No donkeys on this screen.
Oh man, my guy brought in the Impact Wrestling, the greatest show on turf. Even though we're kind of losing a lot of people, man. We'll get to that in a bit. But Alan Angels makes his return to take on Trey Miguel. High flying match, great stuff there. This is a tournament to crown the next X Division champion as Kazarian drops his belt to take on the world champion Josh Alexander, who I think they showed this on I don't know if they showed this on the internet or on the actual show, but Josh Alexander is getting closer to the record for world title days. Currently held by Bobby Roode. It's Bobby Roode, it's AJ Styles, and then I think Josh Alexander might be third already. So he's getting close there, man. What else happens here? So also, we're going to be getting soon Matt Cardona, the Primetime Players, and Brian Myers for the tag team belts against Rhino and Heath Slater. I think Heath Slater and Rhino will drop the belts to them. It's tough, though, because before I seen some news and rumors, I thought for sure they're going to drop the belts to them. But now it looks like Matt Cardona might not be sticking around too much longer.
Nope.
So it's tough.
And
then of course, so here I told the guys this when I saw it when I was watching it. The Kingdom, Honor No More, got fired from Impact. they weren't even signed, storyline to Impact because they were with Ring of Honor, who actually got bought by AEW, but they're still fighting for Ring of Honor in Impact. And now they get fired after signing with AEW, who bought Ring of Honor. It's a whole circle here that's going on, a lot of mess. But Impact tried to save face here. They fire Honor No More on last week's episode of Impact Wrestling.
The new Rick Rude.
And then potentially for the last time, Chelsea Green had a match on Impact. Again, we'll get to news and rumors, but she might be headed back to the WWE.
Yeah.
Mickie James, former Knockouts champion. Jordan Grace, current Knockouts champion. And Taylor Wilde, former Knockouts champion, taking on VXT, Deonna Purrazzo, Chelsea Green, and Giselle Shaw. Giselle Shaw is the only one who has not held the women's title, but she's definitely looking like a future women's champion. Great match, 6 women match here. I'm curious what happens. I don't know if too many of you guys know who Taylor Wilde is, but she bursted on the scene. I want to say early 2007, 2008, and she won the Knockouts title in shocking upset David versus Goliath fashion against Awesome Kong. A roll-up pin for the victory, ran out with the belt. It was one of the biggest babyface wins in the company's history. She was also a former tag team champion as well. Taylor Wilde was great. Been around the block. I think she left the company to pursue schooling. I think she went to go get like her master's, something like that. And it was funny enough, around the same time she was wrestling for TNA, so was Xavier Woods, and they both left to go do school. So shout out to Taylor Wilde. She's a knockout, Hall of Famer for sure.
Let me get my Eric Impact joke in. So is Impact your part-time job that you have, like,
and Impact's where you learn to chase your dreams, man, and just I don't know, man. They give you a schedule where you can live off of and not have to be on the road too much.
All right, let's get to the chats for Impact. I like that we do have chats for Impact. It's kind of refreshing.
Yes,
Josh Alexander surpassed Sting's title reign. Do you think he'll break Bobby Roode's record? Knock.
I think they're pushing for that. I mean, it looks like Josh Alexander is kind of like a mainstay for a bit. It doesn't seem like he's going anywhere. And you want to have the people holding your records still be with the company. Bobby Roode's been out the company for almost 6, maybe 5-6 years now. I think Josh Alexander is gonna take the all-time record.
Okay. I will go back and watch it. If you think it's awesome, Trey Miguel and Alan Angels was awesome.
Yeah, it's great stuff. I mean, we didn't get to see much of Alan Angels wrestling AEW unless you watch some of the dark stuff. He can go. I'm not too big on his character work, but in ring he can really go.
Okay. Major players, they are in and out of Impact so much. That is like, I don't know. That is like a hostile for major players to just like crash at for the night.
Yeah, it's a shame what's happened to our Impact tag division. Yeah. We used to be one of the best in the world.
Yeah, we'll talk about Chelsea Green and News and Rumors Noob, and he thinks VXT will be at WWE.
That's interesting. I heard rumors about Chelsea. I didn't think Deonna would go back. If she goes back, she's going back with her stock through the roof. But yes. I didn't see her going back.
If Deonna goes back, she better demand a payday because she's damn well earned it.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Let's go back to the big corporate machine, SmackDown.
Yes, sir. Friday night SmackDown was here. It was a solid show, but with 2 segments that took it through the roof. We have Shinsuke Nakamura as the surprise guest of his pit row. I love the pairing. It works greatly.
Look how happy he is there.
The man looks genuinely excited. He just works. Shinsuke is as the most swag character out of most wrestlers, man. It works. The drip is real. And then, of course, the segment of possibly segment of the year, segment of a career, segment of a run, the Bloodline segment. I don't give a damn what the tribal chief thinks.
Dude.
When I tell you, the people's hearts dropped, like draws dropped across the world. Zach, this entire segment, man, tell me about
it. The only reason to ever watch Saturday Night Live in the last 10 years is to watch people break character. That is happening so often during the Bloodline segment. It is so hilarious. It is. I absolutely love it. It is. So we are this far into the Bloodline, knowing that WrestleMania is probably going to be Rock versus Reigns at night 2. At night 2. So knowing a storyline is going to go that far, we're usually bored with it. This is the thing that I want to tune into every week. It's unreal how good this is.
It's unbelievable, and it's like you just give people time to develop a story. Like the months, like that's what AEW was killing in the beginning. They gave you 6 months to build a story and do it naturally. I don't think there's no way you can tell me someone's writing for Sami Zayn. There's no way. No. And this guy just comes in with the sole intent of breaking everybody, and he's entertaining everybody. It's great. He's
so oozy.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to that word in a second, brother. We're gonna get to that word in a second because that has a double meaning that's to go over people's heads.
Oh shit.
But yeah, Roman played the straight character. Jay doing the same thing. and just letting Sammy be himself. Like it's hilarious stuff, man. Great stuff.
The crowd is on their feet the whole time they're talking. They usually sit down when someone starts talking. They're on their feet the entire segment. It's just, man, they're hitting home runs left and right.
Yeah, I'm glued, man. I'm really glued. Of course, Bloodline, they do take on the Brawling Brutes. I believe in a losing effort. Jay, they got to get it they got to get it right, man. Jay and Sammy. The tribal chief wants peace. He doesn't want us arguing and fighting. Get it together so we can get on to the winning circle. What else happened here? Oh, and then of course, from the land down under. I like that they mentioned that she's been wrestling for 5 years, not just where's she been, but Emma,
Right.
not Emmalita. Emma, Tennille Dashwood returns to WWE take on Ronda Rousey. She got some offense in. It was a solid match, nothing too crazy. She looks excited and happy to be there. I'm glad for her. She said, tweeted out her dream is back. So I'm glad she made it back, man.
Me too. The match went a little bit long because of how it was set up, but I'm glad she's back, and yeah, it's good. The women's division needs some building, especially when they have a tag division now that Triple H is going to push. So
exactly, man. You bring her back. I don't know. She can tag with anybody. I mean, she was tagging with Madison Rayne and TNA, so she has that on her resume. We'll see what happens. Definitely put her towards the tag team. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I just want to bring up this Liv Morgan segment. They're gonna have a good match, her and Sonya Deville next week, as well as Rey Mysterio and Gunther. But for the second time, there was a Bray Wyatt sticker with the moth sticker in her segment backstage. So,
I mean, hey, listen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Liv and Bo Dallas are married. They for sure live together on the farm.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a connection there.
Let's just get into that right away, because at the end, everything came to a head with Bray Wyatt coming out and doing a promo. And it's very much like he's playing himself as someone with like not emotional problems, but just like it's hard for him to be himself and not be behind a mask. But of course, we now get a new mask. We get Uncle Howdy, who kind of looks like old Rotunda from the WCW days when you close in on it, barbed wire mustache and some other stuff here. It's obviously someone wearing the mask with some contacts. And he basically calls Bray Wyatt a liar, saying he does wear a mask and all this other stuff. So what did you think of this?
It's very first of all, that whole face creeped me out, man.
Yeah.
There got me there. I seen someone tweet out, I can't take credit for it, but if you look at his, facing it, like his would be his left ear, but from our visual, the right ear.
I got you.
The earring. Same as Bo Dallas. Where's Bo Dallas been? When he was with Miz and he did that whole feud with Bray Wyatt and he was copying him, he sounded just like him. He was on point. He was creative. He was great in the ring. So I want to see Bo Dallas get a shot. And if he comes back as this character in this major way, this would be really cool to see.
Very true. And we put a reel up on our Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram. With this that happened on September 26th episode of Raw, there is that white mask that popped up in the background. The camera very much was set up to catch it. That white mask was also in the vignette with Uncle Howdy. So it doesn't look like Bray Wyatt's eyes. It looks like a female's eyes. So take it for what it is. It may just be someone wearing that mask, because that might be another mask that Bray uses if it is just himself. But yeah, we're getting some layers to what's going on with Bray.
Okay. Yeah. Just like I think Zach's been saying it for a little bit. Just slow burn. Take your time, man. We're into it.
Yeah. And yeah, Uncle Howdy does look like Barry. SmackDown was Primetime's favorite show this week.
It's a lot. It's good. It's good 2 hours.
Yep.
It was on FS1 this week, right?
It was. And I could have done a live stream. If you want to see me do a SmackDown live stream instead of Rampage, leave comments, because I would rather do a SmackDown live stream instead of Rampage. I can't stand Rampage. It is worse than WCW Thunder. Bloodline, man. Especially Jey Uso, definitely reminds you of yourself, noob. That's cool.
But Rampage is live now, man. There's no difference.
It's live, but it's not live. I cannot get with Rampage. I want to thank everyone who joins the stream. I really do have a good time streaming Rampage with everyone. It's a nice, fun hour. We do trivia. We get to talk and see where people are at. But like show wise, I just can't stand watching it. I really do think it is Dark Part 3.
Honestly, it does feel that way. I mean, I've kind of just been catching highlights of Rampage recently, and just tuning in every now and then. But it's hard to keep up with. I've been the biggest one pushing Dark and Dark Elevation, but those are the other shows that've been a little hard to keep up with for myself.
Maybe I'll do that instead. Stream Dark. Thank you, Primetime. I appreciate that. We'll see if I can stream Fox live. Gotcha. Yeah, that's the week in wrestling right there.
Yeah, definitely check out Zach's Rampage streams. If you haven't caught it, check it out. He does trivia, win a trivia belt. Quickly, Madison Rain took on Ty Mello. Ty Mello got the victory, and then Swerve going full heel mode, man, kidnapping Daddy Ass.
What? This is so messed up. He's told Daddy Ass, "You're not going to make it to the show next week." Well, you're not either because you're being jail. What the fuck? This is weird.
He said, "You will never scissor again, man." It's further leading to Keith Lee breaking up with him.
It is.
I think that's the weekend recap. Definitely let us know if you caught any indies, caught any other shows. I know House of Glory had a nice show with Eddie Kingston. Okada was in the crowd, or not in the crowd, but in the show. So definitely check that out. Let us know if you guys saw anything else. But news and rumors, man. Let's get to news and rumors.
Let's start out with Noob's comment here. I just want to save it for this. Asuka and Alexa Bliss are not only that they're written off TV, but dealing with injury. That is true. I think Asuka's is a nagging one that's going to take months, so she's not going to be around. Yeah, legit injury again. All right, let me just knock these off here, and then we'll get to. I cannot wait to get to your JD from New York one. All right, it was reported that CM Punk got called a cancer of the locker room by Chris Jericho right after the scrum, but he is still on the video game cover, so we'll see. And of course, the Elite are coming back, so it pretty much says that CM Punk will not be coming back. And I let us know in the comments where you think they're going to come back, because I think they're coming back the Dynamite after Full Gear.
Ooh.
Not coming back on Rampage, I'll say that.
I would hope they'd. I don't know. I think you got to have them come back at Full Gear. That'll be my guess.
The Juice and Bandito are now all Elite.
That's right. Sign some deals.
Yep.
See how much they get used, though.
Yeah, Serpentico got another squash, so it's nice to be on the payroll, though, I guess. Chelsea Green will supposedly be back. I'm excited for this, and I think Triple H is going to let her do whatever she wants creatively as well.
Yeah, I just hope this time, if she can stay healthy, like she's good and she has good character work.
Yeah. Sorry,
I know she's good. Doing acting classes and getting to that stuff too, so like it'll be a win-win for her.
Yeah, I think it'll be too, especially because she can be in the Marine Part 27.
Oh gosh.
But people who get to be in actual stuff, like Sasha Banks, was at the Wakanda Forever premiere.
Yes.
I was watching this because I needed something to watch while I was eating dinner that night, and I saw them in the background while they were talking to Kevin Feige. And that was like the coolest shit that they were all there together.
That's really cool, man. I would love to see any one of them in Marvel and anything.
Yeah. And then also watch Celebrity Wheel of Fortune tonight. Austin Creed will be on tonight's episode. You can catch it on Hulu tomorrow.
I'll definitely check it out. See, he's been promoting it, man. The dude knows how to promote. He's been promoting it a lot.
He does. All right. I'll just get to Noob's comments really quick, and then I gotta hear this JD asshole news. The thumbnail. What thumbnail? NWA was good. Velvet After Dark is something else. Why are they wearing pajamas? However, I like the segment with Natalia Markova and Taryn Terrell. I smell a breakup from both of them. Oh, side note on this, good for bringing up NWA. And sorry, my reading's like a fucking third grader. But Billy Corgan is claiming he is open to working with absolutely anyone and making NWA a what do they call like NXT?
Developmental.
Yes, he is open to having other organizations use NWA as a developmental. So we'll see
That'd be
what that
interesting.
happens.
I
Yeah,
think that would interest Triple H. The lineage of NWA on its own.
big time. All
I,
right.
I can see that. Just some stuff real quick. Booker T says Mandy Rose is the best in the business right now. He goes on to say, how she's definitely a player. She's really stepped up. What he said what really made sense. He's just giving her flowers. Cool stuff there. Um, what else happened here? There's some big stuff we're gonna get to at the end, but there's a few rumors here. Zach touched on the signings. Cody doubles down on Twitter saying he did not leave because of the Bucks or Kenny. He didn't leave because of CM Punk. It was a personal issue, not money, not booking. He just wanted to go for the big one and something personal. So
Okay.
we'll see if anything ever does come out, but hopefully Cody makes a nice comeback and goes for the world title.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you can tell there's new people in charge, new blood in charge, because Triple H has greenlit Shinsuke Nakamura returning to Japan for a match. It'll be Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Great Muta, and Shinsuke will be one of Great Muta's last opponents as he takes his farewell tour leading into
Wow.
early 2023 for Pro Wrestling Noah, who has in the past let some people work for AEW. I mean, Muta
Okay.
was just on AEW not too long ago, but Triple H greenlit it. I'm sure it's bigger than WWE. It's bigger than contracts. Shinsuke, is a longtime Japanese phenom. So this is a match, it's just bigger than WWE. So I'm glad they greenlit this.
Yeah.
But that forbidden door is open. Um, what else did I see here? Oh, and the Motor City Machine Guns are the new NJPW Strong Tag Champs. Shout out to TNA's greatest tag team. And then lastly, I'll let you what to say.
I got nothing.
All right. Since we've been doing this podcast, man, we're coming in contact with a lot of cool people. Rated R for wrestling. SCW Steve, Attila,
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. A lot of cool people come on here, and then especially, of course, the guys who sub to us. Noob, all you guys are really cool. Carnage Rage out there. WrestleManiac, to name a few. But we've also seen some people who've had some insane comments, insane thoughts. Not to name all of them, but one in particular who's getting stomped on, trampled, just ran through, and so JD from New York, allegedly from New York. The first time I've heard this guy, it was on some Twitter clip. He was just screaming into the sound. Like I was like, how do you watch this guy? He was saying it's the most absurd stuff, and just because you have an opinion doesn't mean you can't get called out for that opinion. Just because someone puts out art and you say something doesn't mean you can't get called out. So, like, hey, if you guys ever call us out, hey, I don't think we say outlandish shit like this guy. But pretty much the entire AEW women's locker room, some men as well, are taking this man out on Twitter. I believe the latest incident came from Swerve's podcast, where he had Britt Baker on there, and she was kind of talking about her relationship with Thunder Rosa. And if you actually watch the podcast, a lot of times people take podcast clips and just run with the punchline. They don't actually listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Britt pretty much said her and Thunder Rosa don't get along. They don't like each other. But what she also came to talk about was like them working together is the best. They're like, that's Batman, that's Joker, that they're like it. So professionally, they can work together, and they know that they're two sides of the same coin. All that stuff. You don't have to like everybody you work with, but as long as you're professional, that's what matters. So that's what she said. So after that, JD comes out and says, just when all this drama comes out from the AEW locker room and things are starting to settle down, Britt Baker goes in and attacks one of her locker room people and just blows up the whole thing. All this bad, and he just goes off in that situation. So now Swerve definitely commented. He said he should definitely sub or actually watch the video pretty much. Britt Baker commented. Rebel's been going after him. Sonny Kiss. Just a ton of people. And this is not the first time this has happened with this guy who just goes on Twitter, goes on live stream for 5 hours talking about whatever. So yeah, so they're attacking this guy right now, and and the other thing on that is because they're going back and forth now. See Rebel going back and forth. He says he's offended and tries to defend himself in this, and like he has an opinion in it. They shouldn't be attacking him for his opinion. I'll read one tweet from Rebel. Going back, he says Rebel says he's not a victim. Opinions are one thing. This is not about a singular post. He has a history of insults, false accusations, defamation, slander. Enough is enough. That was from Rebel, not Reba.
He clickbaits like a motherfucker. He makes videos to get bigger, and he was so before Triple H took over, he hated WWE. I mean, like hated. I used to hate watching Raw. We fucking made jokes about it every episode. He hated WWE and was just making clickbait stuff on his channel to get likes and subs and to become bigger with WWE stuff. So if you hate something that much, why would you keep doing videos on it? Like it makes no sense to me. Like like movie people who hate Marvel movies but will do a Marvel or DC review even though they hate the movie. Like, why are you even reviewing it? Why are you even watching it? Why are you doing this? He's a cancer to the locker room of YouTube wrestling people. He's so bad, and he is so full of himself. He starts out the episode rolling up in a fake graphic car and then asks, "What are you drinking?" "I'm fucking drinking Drano if I'm watching you, buddy." So I cannot stand this guy. He always looks like he enjoys smelling the inside of a porta potty. I can't stand him.
Yeah. It's just really, really toxic. And I want to put this out there too. This will be the last time I mention this guy on the podcast. I don't want to give too much energy to like. It's just weird to me. Deanna Purrazzo jumped in. Jade Cargill jumping in as well because
Nice.
like at some point like the shit you say, man, like these are real people. Jade Cargill, damn, I heard you all the way from your mom's basement. Calm down. Now he's talking about like I guess Ty Conti jumped in too. I guess he tried to say something about someone that is Jade's opponent to think that Jade would be on his side. That's how Ty Conti jumped in. And then Jade's just taking him out right now. You don't fuck with Jade, man. Jade's a wrong person to come after. Like I'll buy your whack ass podcast in real life. Don't fuck with my coworkers. Shout out to Jade Cargill stepping in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the last time we'll mention this guy on the podcast. Unless Eric has something to say next week, if he wants to comment on anything. That's about it. But yeah,
he's trash, and it just sucks because his fan base are the type of people that buy into whatever he says. It just sucks that there's people out there who like actually legitimize this guy. Mickey Mouse, I think I know who you are, but it's funny you being Mickey Mouse saying stuff that like he's a baiter. He was an AEW mark. I will give him that. But hearing Mickey Mouse say he has a 1-inch dick is pretty funny.
Oh man, New York. It's wonderful. Believe me, New York's a great place. We got great people, man. One doesn't represent the all. But that's news and rumors this week. We touched on the weekend recap. I kind of like the segment we're doing these past few weeks. Pop culture. Throw it in the hat. Throw it in the hat. What have you guys been enjoying from pop culture, whether it's video game, movies, TV, everything, comics? Throw it in the hat. Throw it in the chat. Zach, man, how's your pop culture been this week? What have you been enjoying?
I've just been doing random horror stuff. I gotta give a shout out to AMC for putting out Creep Show. It is pretty much exclusively to Shudder, but hey, every year on Halloween, I don't need to subscribe to Shudder because they put them all on TV and I get to watch them. If you're not familiar with it, it is in 2 stories every hour, kind of like the comics that came out years ago. I watched Barbarian yesterday. That is on HBO Max. It was just in theaters. That movie, I went in not knowing what the hell that movie was, and I'm glad I did. I suggest you do the same and watch it. It is like an hour and 40 minutes, and it is pretty fucking bonkers, and they do a good job at changing the pace of it so it doesn't get stale.
That is nice. Let me see the chat real quick. Anybody jumping in?
Primetime has been watching old Disney Halloween movies.
Nice.
With his nieces. Primetime has the worst Halloween costume in the world. The worst. I feel so bad for his nieces. His beautiful nieces have to be exposed to this trash costume Do you have any guesses what this costume is?
Well, I'm not a big fan of like those Predator costumes. I hope it's nothing that. Is it wrestling related? Or hold on, is it wrestling related or is it movie related?
It's wrestling related.
Oh, it has to be John Cena then.
You know it is. Come on, Prime Time.
Oh
Do
man,
better. You are gonna get pennies if you come to my place.
not John Cena. But yeah, for pop culture, for me, man, I was really enjoying the last finale of House of the Dragon. It's a shame we got to wait till 2024. But House
Yeah.
of Dragon was a great ending, cliffhanger ending, shocking stuff. The dragons they show in a few scenes are really cool. And
Yeah.
I'm starting to get back into the lore of Game of Thrones, so I'm enjoying it. And then God of War is coming out soon, man. Keep an eye out on the channel. I'm getting God of War the day of or the day before. So look out for a review. Look out for a live stream. First impressions. It's coming, man. Ragnarok is here, and I'm excited.
I cannot wait. The show I work on wrapped up this past week. I'm going to play the other God of War. I'm going to start that up
Oh
this week.
yes.
Look at the channel though too, because I have some old school games that I'm going to stream through the PS5 early in the morning. Disney afternoon games like DuckTales and Rescue Rangers and Darkwing Duck and Tailspin, but also Atari games. Those Atari bundles, I got one of those, so I'm going to flip through those and play some of those. And we just chat and shoot the shit and eat our sugar-ridden cereal.
Yes, sir, man. Sounds like a great time. So definitely keep that out for the channel. We're coming strong with the games to finish out the holiday year on our march to 1K subs. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get us to 1K, get the duck off our screen. News and rumors, pop culture. I'm gonna bring it back next week. Hopefully, Eric has some pop culture. Let us know in the chat, in the comments, if you have some pop culture you want to talk about. We're here. With that being said, I think enough talk. It's all happened. All the segments have gone through. The weekend recap. Eric is not here. He's Universal, but it's time for the main event nonetheless. Zach, take it away with Promo School.
Promo School is going to be revealed as calling people out as liars, as Uncle Howdy did to Bray Wyatt. He says Bray Wyatt still wears a mask. He calls Bray Wyatt a liar. So Knock and you in the chat, you are going to be today's Uncle Howdy, and you're going to let me know if these people are liars. So let me know. Mickey Mouse, it's funny you brought up Drunk Uncle. He was on Saturday Night Live last night, which was terrible. That was so tough to watch. I don't know. I
put on the
mask. All right, let's kick this off. Let us know in the chat if you think they are a liar or maybe they are telling the truth. First one, who is telling the truth and who is the liar in this situation, Knock?
All the reports say that, Kenny tried to save the dog. I'm going to go with Punk, man. He was a little irate. I think it was Punk.
I agree. All right. The season's not that bad. Is he a liar? Is it that bad?
This man's going through it, man. I feel bad. All the personal stuff that's coming out, man. It's a shame to have all your stuff on Front Street, on the front pages, but he's lying about the season. The season's going terribly wrong.
All right, liar. All right, DC is going to get turned around because of James Gunn and the other guy.
I'm glad. It's funny you say the other guy because I have no idea who that guy is.
I don't either.
But did we know who Kevin Feige was before MCU? So maybe there's a shot. Maybe. But they also did reach out to Kevin Feige to join the DC universe before James Gunn. So I don't know what they're going for here. I'm gonna say not a liar. I really hope for James Gunn to pull this through, man. I need something. DC was my first love for comics, and they've been crushing me with these movies. So please, somebody.
I am looking forward to this. Kevin Feige said he'll be the first to line up for whatever James Gunn does, and I think James Gunn can grasp how to do stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, Black Adam was the reboot, the soft reboot, and they're going to still use some of the main people, but I just fear of the Flash. I
do too, but my hope is the Flash resets everything. Get your proper Batman. We know Superman's good. Get rid of whatever his name is. I forget his name is the Flash, who thought he was playing Peter Parker, but didn't get the memo. It was Barry Allen. That's besides the point. Yeah, just please reset and get the stuff right.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to DC. The Mario voice isn't that bad. Is he a liar?
Yeah. It's just Chris Pratt doing Chris Pratt. At least look at his own movie, Guardians of the Galaxy. We said we're getting Bradley Cooper play Rocket Raccoon. He put a voice on there, man. I enjoy it. Come on,
True.
man. Do a little something, man. Put a twist on it, spin on it, something.
So lazy.
He's
I
played
don't want
Played it safe.
I hate that people get big paydays and don't actually voice act. There are actual voice actors out there. If you look at Dottie from Pee Wee's Big Adventure, she does like 2 of the voices on Rugrats and a whole bunch of other stuff throughout the last 30 years. Like there are people who actually do voice acting. This man should not be getting a fucking paycheck to just talk. Yeah. Dance off. Get the fuck out of here. Season's not that bad. Is he lying?
This one hurts, man. The Lakers are sitting at 0-5 right now. No one on the team can currently shoot the ball into the basket. It sucks, man. He's lying. The season's awful. Maybe not for him. He's still getting paid millions and gonna break some records this season, but the team is down the drain.
Damn. All right. He says Twitter will not become a cesspool. Is he lying?
That is factual. Twitter has been even worse. If you get even worse, it's gotten worse over the past few days.
Damn. All right. The show's not going to be worse. It's going to be the same quality. It's going to be great.
When's the last thing Liam Hemsworth was in? I seen him in Hunger Games a while ago.
I think he was in one of the spoof things in Love and Thunder.
I can see that. Yeah, it's going to be worse. It's hard to switch up the character. I think season 3 hasn't come out yet, right? Season 3 with Henry Cavill supposed to be coming out in like a few months. Then we're going to get season 4 with Liam Hemsworth next. It's going to be worse. Henry Cavill was actually a fan of the games, too. Like, he was heavily invested in this.
And apparently the crew did not like the books.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this weird stuff coming out. Yeah, that's... All right, Netflix. The season's not that bad. Is he lying?
Oh, man, the cheesehead. He's about to play the Buffalo Bills later on tonight, and it's looking like he might get blown away. Devontae Adams left for the Raiders. He has no one to throw the ball to. It's awful. He's lying.
Damn. He's lying. He looks like he's about to do a media scrum with Tony Khan.
No, gosh.
All right.
Do you have a resemblance?
Attitude-wise, too. Fuck you, Packers. All right. That is Promo School. Thanks for taking part.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys in the chat, man. Letting us know. Hit the like button for sure. Promo School's here. That was a good segment. That was fun. Mostly liars in that chat. But be a hater, man. Root for Jamie Hater and be a hater, not a liar. Anything on pro? Anything coming up, Zach, for this week?
Not that I know of. Rampage, and then depending on my schedule, maybe I'll do a live stream in the morning. But you gotta hit the bell icon and subscribe so you get notified. I might be able to get it going on Instagram, letting you guys know if I'm going to do it. Otherwise, I'll just pop on in the morning before all the streamers do.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that, man. We're always going live. If you get time, jump in, say what's up. You know, give Zach your energy for these streams, man. But a lot of stuff coming up. I told you I'm playing God of War. I want to get some more tier lists out there, man. I just rewatched all the Marvel movies in order. So definitely want to get these guys' opinions on that. Let us know if you guys want that. I think that's all.
Let us know too if you want like a live tier list
of that too,
because yeah, I just did that as well. So I'd like to get some back and forth going on that.
For sure. I think that's it for me. Eric should be back next week. The whole crew should be here for the next episode of the West Coast Podcast. It's your boy, the main man. Zach, where can they find us?
They can find us trick-or-treating and checking our candy so we do not wind up like the little boy at the beginning of Halloween Part 2 with the razor blade in between his 2 front teeth. Have a great Halloween, everyone.
Check your candy. Peace out, y'all.